Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dayun, you can call me Day, and today I'm going to be discussing my top 10 favorite apps / games that I have on my phone. The first app I have on my list is Spotify. I love Spotify, my family loves Spotify, and yes, it can be a little bit of a hassle if you don't want ads.
Because you don't have to pay $10 a month for premium. Now I didn't have premium for the longest time. I refused to buy premium. I refused to pay for it. And it really I didn't get so annoyed when ads would come on. Ugh. But I honestly feel like it doesn't constantly shove premium in your face. Like I feel like with other music streaming apps, I feel like they're like, oh no, get premium. Like you need to pay to use this. Spotify, they don't force you to pay to use the music to use that platform. I feel like with Apple Music, you have to pay to use the platform. And also, it's not even Spotify or music streaming platforms that are like that. It's all kinds of platforms. You have to pay to use things. Everything is blocked by paywall. With Spotify, it's not like that. You genuinely can just listen to music. And yes, you'll have ads. And yes, you can't listen to things in an order that you want to, but you still have free music listening. And I don't think that's really a problem. Now, I did recently get premium, but I'm not paying for it. My mum is, and I'm very, very grateful that she decided to stop paying for premium for me.
App 2 is Pinterest. Now, I know sometimes Pinterest isn't always the best, but for me, Pinterest is my best friend. I have strict parents. Well, I have a strict mom, I should say. My mom has parental controls on my phone, and she's very helicopter mom. But I remember when I got Pinterest.
I felt like I finally had a breath of fresh air because my mom and I love social media, but Pinterest technically counts as social media. I don't post on Pinterest at the moment. I'm going to try and link my Pinterest to my YouTube so I can post on Pinterest and stuff will get posted. Or I can post to YouTube and it can get posted to Pinterest, or vice versa. But I haven't figured that out yet, and I also need to edit my Pinterest because my Pinterest actively right now is more for me than it is for other people to see other than my close friends. So I do need to edit my Pinterest before I show it to you guys because it's kind of very me coded, and I don't want it to be very me coded for you guys. Anywho.
The third app I have on my list is CapCut. Some people say CapCut. I say CapCut because that's how it's spelled. I use CapCut to edit my videos, to make edits. Because as we know, I do post a lot of edits on my channel. A lot of them are templates, except some of my older ones. That's when I was actually using like clips and stuff, and I was making those edits. But now I just kind of use templates because I'm lazy and I don't feel like learning how to edit again. Because I haven't actually made an edit in maybe like a year, I think. Almost a year. In September it'll be a year because I stopped editing in like September. But I feel like CapCut makes it so easy to use that platform, and I feel like with a lot of other like platforms and stuff, everything is so hard to use. Like Adobe platforms or KineMaster was too hard for me, and also the templates aren't as cool. Like I remember when I was using KineMaster, their templates are not as cool. But the one cool thing about KineMaster is you can automatically take something from KineMaster and directly upload it to YouTube, so you don't have to worry about having to size your edit down, which I really liked. But I think I can probably do that with CapCut too. I just haven't figured it out yet. The fourth app is called Snow. It is not what it sounds like. You know, whatever you think Snow is, it probably is not what you're thinking. So what my analogy for Snow is that it's literally Snapchat but without the messaging. You have filters, you have video editing software, not like actual like editing. It's more of just like Photoshop and stuff like that. So I personally use Snow to use filters and make me more secure about myself. I do not promote like body negativity or anything, but personally I'm very negative about myself and my body and what I look like. So I personally love using filters to make me feel better about myself. And personally I also don't like people knowing that I use filters, so I use very natural, very light filters unless it's actually like a dire occasion where I'm wearing absolutely no makeup and I need to be having the most heavy filter on. But I mostly use Snow to take cute selfies, to take good profile pictures. Now the one thing about Snow though is if you start paying for premium, you do have access to using AI features. I do not support AI. I used to support AI before I knew how bad it was for the environment, and before I also started getting really serious about who I am as an artist. And I know that AI takes lots of jobs from like hardworking artists, hardworking people in general. And also it's just bad. It takes up like gallons, and like it takes a whole gallon of water to generate the cutesy little pictures that you make. And also there are some people out there that use generative AI to make bad pictures of famous people, I mean K-pop idols. That was a whole thing, and I think it's really bad. And I just think it's disgusting. Some people are using it to generate inappropriate pictures of children. Some people are using it to generate inappropriate pictures of famous people. Some people are using it to make inappropriate pictures of people they know, and those pictures. And then it's also getting to a point where it's so hard to tell AI apart from real things, where people will literally start posting these pictures that they got generated of one of their friends or one of the people that they know, and those things get used against that person, and it's really bad. So like honestly, like I've seen security surveillance system videos of some random, and it's like we watched this person commit a crime, but it's not actually them. So honestly, evidence is starting to become very not real. Anyway, the fifth app on my list is called Giftful. Giftful does also use an AI feature, and I don't like to use it. I only use it if I'm actually in dire, absolute, desperate need. But Giftful is exactly what it sounds like. You make gift lists, registries, all sorts of stuff. Me personally, I use Giftful to make gift lists for my mom, my grandma, my dad, all the people in my life that I know need ideas for what to buy me for Christmas. And then I also use it as a web browser because I have strict parents. I said that, I think I said at the beginning of the video when I was talking about CapCut. But so what you can do is you can search for gifts. Now, searching for gifts gives you unlimited internet access because it uses Google to look for the gifts. But you can also just straight up look for Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest. You can just look for websites and social medias and stuff like that. Me, what I use it for is Wattpad because my mom would never let me get Wattpad on my phone. I also use it for Instagram, TikTok. I don't post anything on either my Instagram or my TikTok because I'm scared of my mom finding it and like getting mad at me because I use my phone number for both of them. Yeah. That's mostly what I use it for. You can, and I use it for both reasons that people usually use it for, and stuff like that. I am also low-key writing a Wattpad story right now, and I may or may not link it whenever I'm done writing it. I'll link it to like a post or something. The 6th app that is on my list is my Notes app. Notes comes with an iPhone. I think it also comes with all the other kinds of phones as well. I love my Notes app as not only an artist looking for ideas, I also use my Notes app to write. Like, I'm also a writer, and I love using it to write down ideas that I have, or stuff with my characters, or like just writing my story in general. Like, a lot of people use Google Docs and other stuff too. I use Google Docs as well, but I personally prefer my Notes app because I feel like it's genuinely just a lot easier and a lot more low maintenance to use, and it just makes me more comfortable that what I'm writing is safer. Because I feel like with Google Docs, it's like what you're writing may or may not eventually, like, your Google account can get hacked. Not saying your Apple account can't either, but it's a little bit harder because Google just kind of puts your information out there. Apple doesn't. But I personally just feel like my information is safer on my Notes app than on Google Docs. I still do use Google Docs, just not for writing, because I feel like it's a little bit harder, especially because I use my phone for everything. I don't have a laptop, I don't have an iPad, I don't have anything else to use except my phone. I film on my phone, I do my editing on my phone, I draw on my phone, I do most of my stuff that is digital-wise for my channel and for other stuff I do in my daily life on my phone. And using Google Docs or Google Slides mobile is some of the hardest stuff I've ever had to do. The 7th app I have on my list is Meowdoku. I love Meowdoku. I will spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on Meowdoku. It's genuinely Sudoku. It's literally Sudoku, but with cats. You can also, if you're colorblind, they do have a special colorblind mode where it doesn't change the colors of the board, but it adds textures and patterns, so you can like just look at the patterns instead of the colors, so you know what goes where. I love Meowdoku. I think it's so soothing, and it has really helped with my ADHD and my focus after I got it, and I've had it for a few weeks, maybe even a month now. It really just helps soothe me inside, and it makes me so happy. The 8th one I have on my list is Netflix Stories. I love Netflix Stories. It is literally what it sounds like. It is different. It's by Netflix. It has a whole bunch of Netflix shows where you can be the main character. So they have Love is Blind. They have 3 different Love is Blind. They have Emily in Paris, Virgin River, Outer Banks, and just kind of stuff like that. They don't have everything on there. I was really hoping, now that I've gotten into Bridgerton, I was really hoping they had a Bridgerton game, but they don't have it yet. And I think it's mostly just because all of the Bridgerton characters have a couple. Like, they have a partner. And I mean, I get that, but like, you can't like give me a story where I'm marrying Benedict, like, or give me a story where I'm like marrying Eloise. Like, you can't give that to me. Anyway, the 9th app I have on my phone is Milanote. Now, I feel like a lot of art creators, they love Milanote, and I love Milanote too. But the one thing I was really lied to about when I was listening to these artists was that it's free. It's not free. Yes, it is free up until you have used 100 cards. Now, 100 cards might not sound like a lot, but if you have a character that you love so much that you want to have all of the details about them, but then you have another character that you love so much and you want to put everything in a Milanote also, it's not going to work because you can only put up to 100 cards. Like I said, that sounds like a lot, but it's really not, because you are going to have pictures, drawings, notes, Pinterest board links, like, and you're going to want to be able to put everything about them into this one thing, but then you're not going to have enough space to do all your other characters that you have that also are part of the story. So really what I genuinely just do, I put everything into a Google Doc or a Google Slide. It makes everything 10 times easier. Now, the last app on my phone / game, it's technically a game, but I love this, is Baby in Yellow. Now, I never knew that Baby in Yellow was free on the App Store, but it is free on the App Store. I love this game. It's really good, and I personally love the art style. I love the storyline, and yes, I feel like Baby in Yellow is so 3 years ago, but I love it so much, and I genuinely just, like I said, I love the art style, I love the plotline, I love the baby. The baby, yes, it's really creepy, but it's also like, so it's like a creepy cute aesthetic, and the game just really fits my vibe because I feel like it's very grungy, I guess. It's very like, it just gives evil, dark, like cryptic, and I love those. Like I love those aesthetics, and it just really makes me like, it makes my little inner emo so happy inside. Now I do have a bonus. My 11th app is Stardew Valley. I've been trying to make sure I had a bunch of free apps on this, but my last game is Stardew Valley. I love Stardew Valley. I cannot go a single draft video without mentioning my GOAT Stardew Valley. Now, Stardew Valley is, I think, was it $5 on App Store? I think it's either 5 or it's 10, but I forget. It's either a 5 or a 10. But I love Stardew Valley. Also, if you get Stardew Valley on a PC, you can mod the game. You cannot mod it on console or on your phone unless you have an Android, or like something that you have the Google Play Store. Because if you have the Google Play Store, you can mod it because there's certain apps and stuff that if you use Nexus for modding, which I hope you use Nexus, it's the best modding site out there. But if you use Nexus, there's certain apps you have to download for Stardew Valley to be able to mod the game. Since I have an iPhone, I cannot download the apps that Nexus needs me to download for my to be able to mod Stardew Valley, because one of them's like Snappy or something, and I can't download Snappy because I don't have an Android, because it's only available in the Google Play Store or on a PC. And also generally just modding's really confusing to me. I think it's like crazy. Like, why can't you just download the file from my phone and I can drag it into the Stardew Valley file? Yeah, that was my honorable mention. I love yapping about Stardew Valley. I honestly might just make a yapping video. I might just make a yapping video about like which marriage candidates are the best, or which characters in general are the best characters, because all the NPCs are so perfectly designed. Like, they're all so great. And I love Stardew Valley. I think it's awesome. I think it's amazing. I think it's goated. I think it's great. I honestly might make a video redesigning all the Stardew Valley characters because it's needed. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. This was Dayoon. You can still call me Day. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. I do want everybody to listen. I do want to let everybody know that the next video is most likely going to be a get ready with me, except my best friend is going to be voicing over it, which I'm scared for, because she knows a lot about makeup, but I'm scared that she's gonna purposely act like she doesn't know anything about makeup just to make my content do better, which is not good, because I want her to be honest. And I want to just make some edits or TikTok, not TikTok technically, but like dancing videos with her, because she's a dancer and I love her so much and she's my best friend. Alright, well, this was this video, so bye, and I will see you in the next one.